Hello everybody, in this video we will talk about the total quality management that is shortly called the TQM. This is the most important topic for the engineers in nowadays, so let's define it. So in this presentation we will talk about the introduction of the TQM, the concept of the total quality management, the benefits of the total quality management, characteristic of the total quality management, key elements of the total quality management, advantages and disadvantages of the total quality management. The introduction total quality management, it's three words. Before starting the definition of the total quality management, let's separate the three words total quality and management. The total mean made up of the whole. In organization there are many functions, many departments. So the total quality management here, the total mean made of the whole. The quality is the degree of the excellence of the product or service provides. So here the quality may be defined in the customer based point of view or the manufacturer point of view. So here you can define it as conformance to specification or fitness for use. So here the quality mean the degree of the excellence of the product. Here they define the product in the product base of view. The management is the act or art or manner of planning, controlling, and directing, organizing. So here if you define the total quality management by the all, so the total quality management is the art of managing the whole to achieve the excellence. Not only the manufacturing department, not only the quality department, but the art of managing the whole organization, the whole industry to achieve the excellence in the better product, the better result, and the better in the customer satisfied service. The concept of the total quality management is to produce the quality work at the first time instead of making the products a lot of product and then in the inspection area if there is a lot of product which is 40%, 30% of the product is defective. So instead of producing the defective parts, reworking process so to make a process sure that it would produce a quality product in the first time. So it focus on the customer. The customer here may be the internal customer, maybe the external customer. The internal customer are within organization that the employees are keeping the quality at each level to satisfy its internal customer, and the external customer are those who are consuming your product. So here the focus on the customer is the main concept of the total quality management. And the total quality management have a strategic approach to improvement. It have a long-term approach, not a short-term approach. It is like for example the facility layout, for example investment in a large amount of dollars. So all of these are involved in the strategic approach to improvement. The improve continuously, this is a very important concept of the total quality management, that improve continuously. The improve continuously mean that it is not a goal, it is not a specific goal, but it is a journey. If you improve it in today, you improve it a little bit, tomorrow you can improve it also, after tomorrow you can improve it also. It's just incremental approach using the total quality management tools. Encourage the mutual respect and teamwork. How you gonna achieve these four concepts? You must have the teamwork, you must have the mutual respect and teamwork to achieve these concepts of the total quality management. There are many various definitions of the total quality management. Here in this presentation we would discuss a couple of definition of the TQM. The total quality management is defined as an integrated organizational effort designed to improve the quality at every level. Here is two words. One is the integrated organizational effort and improve the quality at every level. So here it means that not only the manufacturing base of view that you are going to improve the product quality, but you have to improve the process quality. The process may be in the procurement department, the process may be in the marketing department, but all in the department you have to improve the quality of the process, not the product. The product would be automatically the good one, the standard one. The excellent product would be produced if your process is going on the best quality. So here the integrated mean that the all functions, that is the quality control department, the manufacturing department, the procurement department, the store management department, all of them are integrated to work continuously to improve the quality at every level. The second definition is the process to produce a perfect product by a series of measures required in organized effort by the entire company to prevent or eliminate error at every stage. It is similar to the first one. If you are eliminating error in waste from every stage, so it would be automatically leads to improve the process or due to the total quality management. The third one is the most commonly used definition of the total quality management because it is according to the ISO, International Organization for Standardization. The TQM is a management approach. It is a management approach for an organization centered on quality. Centered on quality is it means that the TQM focus on the quality based on the participation of all its members, that's maybe from each of the function which is involved to participate and integrate it a long-term success through the customer satisfaction and benefits to all members of the organization and society. So here are the customer satisfaction is very important in the total quality management because there may be the internal customer, there may be external customer. So if in the organization, if all of its members are integrated to work for the good quality, for the customer satisfaction, so it means that the employees would be satisfied, the customer would be satisfied, the internal and the external customer would be satisfied, and it would lead to improve the reputation of the organization, the reputation of the society, and etc. Here are some characteristic of the total quality management that how you gonna, it also mean that if in some organization the total quality management has been implemented, how you know that it has been implemented? It must have a committed management. The top level management is providing the commitment to the low level management, providing the training session to improve the quality of quality at each stage. The second is the adopting and communicating about the total quality management. They are at each training, at each events, they are talking about, they are presenting the ideas related to the total quality management. Closer customer relations. They have close relations to the customer. They are always asking the questions from the customer that what is your requirement, on which product you would be delight. So the customer answered them, the customer is happy, and they have a close relationship with the customers. Benchmarking. The total quality management have a focus on the benchmarking as well. If you have a product quality is bad, so you have to keep a standard of the good one to meet that product standard in according time in the given plain time. So that's called the benchmarking. And increase training. If you increase training, the employees would be trained and they would be definitely improve the quality at each stage. Your organization must be open organization. Open organization means that through all the boundaries they are providing the knowledge, they are providing the ideas, so it is called the open organization. And the employee empowerment, you must provide the empowerment to the employee, take the fear out of the system from the organization, so that the employee can take the decision and they can implement their decision into the process improvement. Employee can lead to improve the process. If you make them fair, so they cannot be work in the pressure is according to the deeming principles. Flexible production. The production must be flexible because the customer demand is the customer satisfaction is different from the other customer satisfaction. So your process must adopt any flexibility, adopt any change to satisfy any kind of customer. The process improvement in the process measurements. So if your process is improving continuously and you are measuring the performance of the process, so it would be under the category of the total quality management. The traditional approach what the traditional approach we're using instead of the total quality management. Today we are going the Today the organization are using the total quality management, but what was doing in the traditional approach? Let's define it. The definition of the quality was product oriented in the previous state, but no, it is the customer oriented in the total quality management. What's the difference between this? The product oriented was only that the product would be made according to the standards, according to the design, but the customer oriented means that ask from the customer what the customer want, when the customer want, what would be the customer, on which features, on which characteristic the customer would be delightful. Delightful is one step ahead of the customer satisfaction. So in the previous state it was the product oriented, but the total quality management it is the customer oriented. In the decisions, in the decision in the previous state was the short term, but in the total quality management the decision are taken according to the long term. That is a strategic approach is taking in the total quality management to improve the reputation of the organization for the long time. Emphasis was the previous state emphasis was on the detection. It is the detection is not the improvement. The detection is after the event. If you detect some defects or any scrape in the product, so it is you lost it, already you lost it. But in the total quality management the focus is on the prevention, on the preventive maintenance, that your process is sure that it would not produce any kind of defects. Errors operation and error in the system. The responsibility was in the previous state was only the quality control department, but here in the total quality management the responsibility of everyone to take care of the quality. The manager rules was to plan, assign and control and enforce, but in the total quality management it had to delegate, coach, facilitate and mentor. The principles of the total quality management. The principle of the total quality management is to produce the quality work at the first time and every time. So instead of reworking, instead of producing the defects, your process must be sure that it would not produce any kind of defects. It's also called the quality assurance instead of the quality control. The second principle of the total quality management is it focus on the customer. There may be internal customer, there may be external customer. Have a strategic approach to improvement, they have a long-term approach to improvement, and this improve continuously. Like they are using the PDCA cycle or deeming cycle. It's also called the deeming cycle. Plan, do, control and check. This is a cycle, it is never ending, but it is improving the process continuously. The second tool which are used is the DMAIC. It is the Six Sigma tool which is used in the total quality management to improve continuously. Encourage the mutual respect and the teamwork. The key element of the total quality management is the focus on the customer, the employees' involvement, that would be from any kind of functions, and continuous improvement. The focus on the customer is it is important to identify the organization customers. Who is the customer, what the customer want, when the customer want. It is very important in the Six Sigma DMAIC process, also in the PDCA cycle also. So the external customers consume the organization product or services, and the internal customer are employees who receive the output of other employees. For example, the internal and external customer, I define it with example like in the foundry shop there are many products which are manufacturing in the foundry shop, but the foundry shop product is not drilled is not have the best surface finishing area. So for that surface finishing, for cleaning, they are sending that product to the manufacturing department for the machining department. So in this situation, the foundry is the internal supplier, the manufacturing is the internal customer. So this is called the internal customer and the external customer. The employee involvement. Since the quality is considered the job of all employees should to be involved in quality initiatives. All the employees should to be involved in the quality uh, initiatives. The employees should to be from the top level to the low level, and they can leads to improve they can leads to make the incremental improvement in the process, like in a kaizen process. And you should to take the fear out from the system, from the organization. The frontline employee are likely to have the closest contact with the external customer and thus can make the most valuable contribution to the quality. Quality not only that the product is good, the product is only customer satisfaction, but the quality is also involved in your emotion, in your behavior also. For example, your frontline employee is not behaving good with the customer, so you cannot say that that customer is happy with your product, that customer is delighted from your product. Frontline employees are those employees who are very close to your customer, to your external customer. They are mostly talking and asking questions from the frontline employees, and the frontline employees are answering them according to the procedure of the product, according to the selling area, etc. Therefore, the employee must have the authority to innovate and improve the quality. You must provide the authority to the employees, to the frontline employees, to the every employees to make improve, to make incremental improve and innovate and improve the quality. Continuous improvement. The continuous improvement is mostly important in the total quality management. The continuous improvement is not a goal. It is a journey. It's never ending approach. So if your process is not improved, you can use the continuous improvement tools like the DMake, the PDCA, or other TQM tools, 7 TQM tools that can lead to improve the process continuously. The total quality management mission is to continuously quality improvement. How you can do this? It can be do that you must have the quality improvement team. If you have the quality improvement team, then you're gonna ask from them. Then they can be going for the auditing. They can use the quality tools, and they must be participate with each other, like from the one function to the another function. It's not the responsibility of only the quality control department, and their focus should to be on the customer base, the internal customer or external customer. It depends on the situation, and they must provide a systematic problem solving focus. How you can do this? You can do this by only using the statistical quality controls, SQC. The statistical quality control is used for improving the process continuously, like the control charts is used, histogram, and other or the tools that are used mostly in the statistical quality control that helps to improve the process continuously. The quest for the quality is never ending, as I talk about that it is a journey. So a never ending process in which the people are continuously working to improve the performance, speed, and the number of features of the product or services. The continuous process improvement mean that the small incremental improvement that occur on the regular basis will eventually add up to vast improvement in the quality. You might heard about the Kaizen process. It is a small incremental process improvement, but the Japanese use the Kaizen to improve all of their organization from zero to the top level organization, from the zero to the top level system. That is what they were using, the small incremental process improvement. The total quality management is the management process used to make a continuous improvements to all functions, not only into the machining, not only to the product, but also to the documentation area where the documents are used, the communication flow area, like in the procurement department, like in the marketing department. The total quality management has been implemented and it make a lot of improvement. The total quality management represents an ongoing continuous commitment to improvement. The foundation of the total quality management is its philosophy that support meeting customer requirement through the customer improvement, through the continuous improvement, the continuous process improvement. Uh, if you are using the if you think that I have to use the continuous process improvement tools, then you have to consider all of your work in the organization as a process. That may be in the production area, that may be in the business area. In the business area mean that, for example, in the procurement department, if the supplier is invoiced for the payment, so you must consider that as a process, not a work, not an activity, but a process. The process is what, but that may be in the purchasing, that may be design, that may be invoicing. In the procurement department, design is the design department, purchasing is in the procurement department, definitely. So what the process is, it has some inputs, it has some process, the value adding, the value addition, or any kind of inspection area, and they must have some output. The process improvement increase the customer satisfaction. The how you gonna define that the process is improved? You can say that I have applied the 5 ways to improve the process. You must reduce the resources to reduce the cycle time. You must reduce the errors. You must reduce the uncertainties, and to meet the expectation of the downstream customers, make the process safer, make the process more satisfying to the person doing. So you must do these 5 ways that you after you can say that the process is improved. The total quality management, this diagram will help you to understand the total quality management deeply. It have the objective of the total continuous improvement. Continuous improvement you gonna uh, achieve through the customer focus, the process improvement, and the total employee involvement. How you gonna do this? It has some elements. It has some leadership from the top level management. It have education and training and supportive. Provide the education and training about total quality management, about the small incremental improvement, and it has some communication which is flow, smooth communication, and other some recognitions and measures to be taken to achieve the continuous improvement. The benefits of the total quality management is improve the quality. This is the main goal of the total quality management, and the employee participation. The employee would be participate to improve the quality. It must if the employees participate, the team would build, and it would leads to work. It would leads to working relationship. It would leads to customer satisfaction. The customer satisfied, then definitely the employee would be satisfied. The productivity would be increased. The communication would be smooth flow. The profit would be increased, and definitely your market share would be high. The advantage of the total quality management is to improve the reputation, fault, and problems are spotted and sorted quicker. So instead of looking to the detection, you must take the prevention. You must take the prevention to assure that the defects would not be produced. Higher employee morale, workers motivated by the extra responsibility, team work and involvement in decision of the total quality management, and lower the cost. If you decrease the waste as a favor defective product and no need for the separate reworking, so definitely the cost would be low. There are some disadvantages associated with the total quality management also. These are initial introduction cost is very high. So this is considered as the disadvantages of the total quality management, and the benefits may not be seen for several years. If you implement the total quality management, then you cannot see some benefits from the total quality management in several years, but it have, as we talk about that, it is some strategic approach, not a short-term approach, but you may see the advantages, the benefits from the total quality management after several years. The worker may be resistant to change. If you are training the workers, then it is very difficult to change the mind of the workers from the low level to the total quality management. So that's what about the total quality management. So thank you for watching this video. We will upload the full course of total quality management, and subscribe to this channel.